It is Tuesday, 9/27, December 4th, Jay-Z's birthday. Why do I know that when I don't even know the person? Because every blog site I looked up has his birthday. But today is also my friend James' birthday. And today I'm going to get into the trials and tribulations. I don't know what number we at, but shows, right? High 97 at that time was ran by Miss Jones, and she had a contest where you could audition and you could get a record deal after audition with Koch Records at the time. So I end up auditioning, and we had to wait on a long, long line at 10 o'clock in the morning to audition. So when they finally got there, it was like 12. And we ended up going downstairs and we had our numbers. And then I remember running to, who was it? It was, the first time I auditioned was Shatika and her sister Kendra. I ran into them. I ran into Harlem, and those were the two people I knew from auditions, right? I don't know how they did, but with Harlem, I don't know what happened with him. Shatika, I don't know what happened with her or Kendra. I'm not 100% sure what happened with them. But then when it was my turn to audition, before my turn went, one thing stuck out to me. Like, I was socializing with this bad Spanish chick, right? And I was socializing like a motherfucker. And there's a bunch of dudes trying to talk to girls there. But me, I was just like trying to socialize, get my nervousness out. And usually at that time, I was talking to every girl possible. Like, I wasn't scared at that time. So that helped me get my nervousness out by talking to a girl and trying to, get places with. But she was so damn nervous. But I didn't bag or nothing because I was just socializing. And so before, like, I was just socializing with people around me, like all around my circle. And I was like, "Yo, what do you do?" And he was like, "Oh, I sing." And I'm like, "What's your name?" Da 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 da. I'm just socializing, socializing. Then I got with the girl. No, 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 no. I ain't giving no girl. I at the like two people before me, there was these guys with this big like studio camera, big huge professional camera, like one of those CBS cameras, right? And he was, I guess, filming a documentary, and he was like, "Yo, we about to go." Like, one thing I hate is to see people front. Like, you don't talk like that all the time. So, and if you speak in slang, that, hey, that's influence. I speak it, or I spoke it. That's why my slang is kind of old school. Like, I still say son and kid, and, you know. But this guy was overdoing it. He was, yo, we about to go in there and we about to do our thing. You know what I mean? So, yo, blah blah blah, da 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 da. Da. It was like that, and I was like, damn, this guy really, really is really overdoing it. So he went in, right? And he was like, all of a sudden you hear the music, right? You hear like these down south drums. You're like, right? And you boom, yo, 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 yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo. And everybody was like, oh, because we all knew that we had 30 seconds to get in there and let our presence be known. So these guys were saying, yo, for 30 seconds. And it didn't drop yet. So I think that they thought that they was going to extend it because they didn't rap yet. They chopped it. Then they came out. It's like, yo, I'm going to tell everybody out here, nah, I mean, when you go in there and you just go straight in because they ain't playing with that 30-second rule. And one dude in the background was like, yo, like mocking him. So yo, when y'all do y'all thing, yo. I was like, damn, this dude don't care. So they end up calling me in, and I knew from their mistake not to do what they did. So I was like, as soon as the beat drops, I'm going in. So the beat didn't even drop. It was the piano. It was like blink, blink, blink. And then when I heard blink, if you're feeling what I'm feeling, then the feeling be mutual. Because I feel that these flows be whack to me. How could it be that every time I step in the radio to hear a flow? Wait a minute. Every time I turn on the radio to hear a flow, these flows always has to beat. Hovey's baby, maybe their creative juices fall short. Nope, definitely their juices fall. And then they stopped me. And then I was like, and the dude, there was three people at that time. It was that guy who used to, damn, I don't even remember his name. He used to be the co-host. He was like the Charlemagne of Miss Jones, light skinned dude. He was like, yo, I wanted you to be more animated with your performance. So the next time you come, that made me know that I made it. Next time you come, be more animated. Miss Jones was like, yeah, I like you. You're different. And then another person said the same thing. So I knew I made it. I walked out. I was like, yeah, I made it. Walked out and then just went home. And the show was postponed. No, no, no. The first show, they, oh yeah, they called me and they said the show is on Friday, this date. So when I went there and the R&B was going on at that time, and then it was my turn to go. When it was my turn to go, I was so nervous, man, because I haven't been on stage, and the way people was telling me about my style, I had pregnant booty at that time. I had fluent from Duckbird at that time, but I was getting more reception from my mixtape that sounded the qwaack album mixtape at that time. I was getting more of a positive reception from there, from Long Island, because they're very closed-minded to artistic, creative music. So when I would like show my music, I would get like the stink face thing. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's mad different. And then I would judge it off of that. Like I didn't believe in myself because they was like, why do you rap like that? Why do you rap in a higher pitch? Why don't you rap at your voice? So with the qwaack album, I was more rapping. It wasn't artistic. It was just rap. So a lot of people were saying, "Yo, that's hot. Yo, that album's crazy. See, that's a good album. That's good." So I was going off the strength of what the people around my surroundings was telling me. So I performed "You Can't Beat Me," right? And I kept in the back of my head what he told me. He said, "Be more animated when you perform," right? So I went up on stage. It was my turn. I was nervous as shit, man. Nervous, nervous, nervous. And I ran to a dude in the back. He had the hardest handshake I've ever had. Not ever had. Rev had the hardest handshake I ever had. But this guy had a hard. He's a strong dude, man. Big arms and all that. So I shook his hand. And I was like, damn, man, he really squeezing people's hands. That's my thing. Like, if you squeeze my hand, I'm gonna tell you. But Yeah, he was like, yeah. I was like, what are you doing? He said, I'm a do giant. He performed Brian McKnight's Back at One, and he did a good job, big man, and he survived the audience. Everybody was getting booed. Everybody was getting booed, and he survived because he did it. So when it was my turn to go, the beat dropped. So when the beat dropped, I started doing this dance like. And then I did like this move right here, like had the mic and I was like, too many ducks, I wanna test the duck, who's the best the duck is. Boo! Oh man. I was like, damn. And then Joe was one of the judges alongside with the dude who ran Koch and Miss Jones. It was all sitting in front of me in the front. Boo! Right? So I was like, damn. So Joe said, yo, come here, come here, come here, come here. I went to him and everything. He's like, yo, you know where you messed up at? I was like, nah. He's like, you should have never came out and start dancing. You should have just spit because I wanted to hear more. Yo, you sound like you was nice with it. I want to hear more. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then the dude from Koch, he heard that with Joe. So then he sat down. I didn't know who he was. He sat next to me. He was like, yeah, man, you should have never came out like that. But, yo, you got some music? I was like, yeah, I got some music. I didn't know who he was. This was crazy. Yo, Miss Jones was like, see, I told you you should have never waited to perform. You should have just went in. You should have known better than that. I'm like, man, Miss Jones, you don't know me like that. Damn. So he was like, yeah, you got some music and everything. I was like, yeah, well, here's my email address. Why don't you send me some music? I'm not knowing that he's the head of Koch. I just think he's a worker at Koch. I ain't know he was the head. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. I've been down this road of sending in emails and sending in tracks and not getting far. So when I went home, I didn't end up sending in the tracks. So Miss Jones had another announcement. I used to listen to her in the morning while I was driving to work. She said, well, we didn't choose nobody because we felt nobody was good enough. So we're going to hold another audition. This time we're going to choose. And y'all better come with your A game. So I went to re-audition again. This time when I went, I didn't see nobody who was familiar. I didn't see Shatika. I didn't see Kendra. I didn't see Harlem. And we stood out there, and it was like 12 o'clock. It was freezing cold. It was in December. Um, Plus, it was snowing, and we was waiting out there, and then they end up not showing up because of the snowstorm. So then they said y'all could go home. We waited out there till like 1. Remember, we got there from 10 in the morning to 1. So I got there like 8 because I wanted to go first. I was one of the first people in line. I was like 15, and it was cold, man. So they ended up saying we're not coming because of the snowstorm. I ended up going back, and then they had another audition. They announced, and then I went to that one, and I auditioned again, and at that time when I auditioned, no, which one? No, it was another audition at the same place. They said the day after, come back. So I ended up going back the day after, and I auditioned, and then I did what did I do? I no. It was a week after. I went and auditioned again, and I did Everyone Claim Love the Hood. Let's Get This Understood. That is called Together. That is not the hood. That one. I did that, and I did it with no beat. And they said, "Didn't you audition already? I remember you, Quack." you don't have to audition. You already in. So I was like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, you don't have to audition. Each time you audition, you had to pay $20. I forgot to mention that. So then the second time, I said, you know what? Being that the people didn't listen the first time, I'm gonna perform the same song the second time. Oh man! So that whole day, because I was so scared that I was gonna have diarrhea on stage, I didn't eat that whole day, and I drank some juice and all that stuff, but my energy was down. Right, another lesson that I learned, and so I went on stage. Like Blind Fury was one of the performers. There was a guy whose song Pac used to be about. He had that whole most deaf kind of vibe to him. There was another dude who made fun of my performance before because he must have recognized me. He was like, yo, there was this one dude, he went on stage and he just started doing some type of dance like this. And he was trying to make fun of me or whatever because he must have recognized me and everything. And then he was just messing with me, man. He's like, yo, you alright? Feeling on my chest and everything. You ready? I'm like, I don't even know this dude or whatever. So end up going on stage, and then Joel Santana was one of the hosts. Not the host. It was the same dude who was hosting it from before. And the way he introduced me, he was like, "Next to the stage, qwaack," like that. And then he went off the stage, and people was laughing at my name. So I had an attitude, and I took off my jacket, my shirt, my zip up, took it off, and said, "Koch, sign me." And when I turned around, it said, "Not them," right? So he was like, "Woo," and all that stuff. And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do acapella." And as I was doing my acapella, I said, "Since backstage, Hove got half these rappers eating on Apple Jacks, thinking they gonna take his spot, which you're not. How you gonna claim something I got, which most want, and Hove you don't fruit unt?" Boo! As soon as I said fruit unt, boo! Because I should have just said front. So I was like, they was booing me and then they was trying to get me off the stage. I said, "Miss Jones, nah, let me get another shot. Let me get another shot." She was like, "You can't do that front unt stuff. You just gotta go and spit." So I said, "You know what? Drop the beat." It was like, dun, 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 and I said, "Too many double want to test the duck. Who's the best?" And I started running out of breath. And you could hear me running out of breath. But I kept on going and pushing. But you hear me running out of breath. And as I was running out of breath, they started booing because I didn't have nothing in my system. I had no energy. So then I said, "Man," Kim was like, "It's okay." She gave me a hug. I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all, for y'all embarrassing y'all." I was like, "Yeah, you gotta give stage presence." My father was saying that to me and all that stuff. So I said, "You know what?" He's like, "Are you alright?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm cool, man." Like, they just booed the best rapper, and you know, that was me not going up there prepared. So I learned from it, and I said, "You know what? I have to get some stage presence. I have to get heart. I have to have confidence while I go on stage." So from that week forward, we was driving back and everything. And I was like, "Damn, man, I'm sorry, y'all." They were like, "Nah, it's okay. Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, man. Like, trust me. Like, I learned from every mistake." I was explaining this to him. I learned from every mistake that I made. And I went up there not prepared. So I have to learn how to get stage presence. So then the following week, Sunday, I went to Club Pyramid, ending of the week, right? I went there and I was so nervous because I didn't want to get booed, right? So I signed my name. No, I went there and acted like I was scouting, like just sitting there watching the audience and all that stuff. I was just nervous. I could have just signed my name on the damn pamphlet. So I went up there and I didn't sign my name, and I saw all the performers. I saw like three great performances. There was one lesbian girl named Bev or something, or Deb. She killed it. She's singing and rapping. She could sing good. She could rap good. Her songs was catchy. I was singing along with her. The audience was singing along with her. She had crowd control, all that. There was a couple of other people. This girl who had a tattoo on her face and all that stuff, and she performed. She was all right. She really sucked, but she had swag though. But I came back the next week, right? And I signed my name on it. I forced myself to sign my name, and I was the last act, like last five, and they called out my name, Qwaack, right? Is Qwaack on deck? Qwaack on deck. I ain't even go to the stage. I was too scared, so I ended up driving back home. And the following week, went up there again, and I signed my name again, and they didn't even call my name this time, and I ain't even asked for them to make me go up there. So that was 3 weeks of waste, right? The following week, I finally go up there. No, I put my name right. So then they didn't call my name again. I said, "Yo, I'm on the list. My name is Qwaack." He said, "Oh, okay, okay, yeah, you next. You on deck." So there was only like 5 people left, and it was like 1:30 in the morning, and they was like, "Yo, you want to perform with a beat? You what you got? You got your instrumental?" I was like, "Nah, no beat. I just want to perform a cappella." It's like, "All right, cool. You sure you don't want to rock on a beat? I mean, the DJ could throw on a beat and you could rock." I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna rock on no beat. I want people to hear my words." So then I did the song that I did was None. And when I got to my punchline of None, the same rap that I would have gave Jay Z, the Jehovah's Witness, I saw jealousy in the host, not the one who was holding it, but the host who runs it, the fat dude, light skinned dude. I saw jealousy because the way what I said, you get it, and he was like, yeah, like that, like ooh, like that. So I was like, this guy's just, he must be jealous that that did take some thought and all that stuff. So at the end, I was nervous. I just performed it like straight, didn't perform it in rap voice or nothing because I was still insecure. People was making me feel like, why do you have that voice? Blah blah blah. I get off the stage. Dude comes up to me. I see these two dudes, and they performed after me. R&B dude with this big ass rainbow diamond chain, huge, muscular, had the Coogee sweater on. He looked very expensive, and he was performing after me. And dude came up to me. Some dude came up to me. He was giving me that dude was giving me the screw face the whole night. So I'm like, damn, because I'm wearing a Jay Z Sign Me shirt, whatever. I used to rock the Jay Z Sign Me shirts every day. I had 4 pairs. So dude came up to me and gave me the hardest pound. Bam! Not the dude with the rainbow rope chain or whatever. Another dude, he was sitting there. He just gave me the hardest pound. I was like, yo, you nice. And that's what it took. I was like, man, thank you. I walked out, went and drove home. I knew I didn't give 100%. And I came the next week. And then at that time, it was this little Spanish guy. He was nice. Then Webified was the host that did after a while because they had to leave, so they had second hosts. And I signed my name, and every time I went, I had to pay $10 to get in. So I signed my name, and it was like Qwaack on deck. So I get on stage. I'm looking at the stage. I'm looking at the people in the crowd, everything. Now I'm having some heart. And then the person before me, they went and they said, "Yeah, what song you gonna perform?" So I gave the DJ my CD. It was a Deaf Kane CD, and I said, "Put on track number 3, Duck Walk." Right? I'm missing a story before this. Yeah, I'm missing a story before this. No, no, no. Was it a story after this? I'm missing a story before this. I think. Yeah, it's a story before this. It's a story before this. That's from MySpace. But I'm gonna go back to that story. So I get on stage and I perform Duck Walk, right? So when the beat drops, I'm seeing the girls dance, shaking their ass to the beat. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm catching these girls. So I'm like, yo, 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 yo. So then I was like, Bloods be complaining that we can't blood walk. Crits be complaining that we can't crit walk. Well, what? What I'm introducing you to duck walk. Duck walk is easy to do, even though it might be a little cheesy to few. And at the beginning, because the intro was so long, the yo, yeah, 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 yo, yo. I took that from Jermaine Dupri, right? um, I remember it on My Way. Jermaine Dupri used to be like, yo, 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 like that. So I took that from Jermaine Dupri in the beginning of Duck Walk. Yo, 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 yo. Bless me, come in. I apologize before I started. I'm sorry, the intro's mad long. I'm sorry. Yo, 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 yo. And then I spit my verse. Bless be complaining that you can't blood walk. Crit be complaining that you can't crit walk. Well, what? What I'm gonna introduce you to duck walk. Duck walk is easy to do, even though it might be a little cheesy to few. Here's a history lesson. The duck walk existed way before the Bloods or the Crips did. Back when Chuck Berry was very popular and considered a founder of rock and roll. This was a routine he did at his show. And I'm looking at the audience, right? But I'm looking above the audience, so I don't see them. So I'm performing like this, and I don't know if the audience can see my eyes because my eyes is chinky, so I don't know if you can see it. I'm looking like this, and I'm looking at it, and so I got to the part where I was like, to all the people that's hanging on the wall, thinking, and I started pointing at the wall. I said, why am I giving only 70%? Let me give 120%, because I started, and then I just freaking went all the way up. I hate saying turning up because that's like the new slang now, so I'm not going to use that. But I turned the knob. That's the slang. Woo. So anyway, so I end up saying, I'm a freaking just go all the way 120%. From that point forward, I started like getting down and started going crazy. And then I did my duck walk at the end. I told them to hold my mic, and they was doing the hook with me. Not the people in the audience, but the people on the stage was doing the hook with me. And after I finished, the Spanish dude came up to me. He was like, "Yo, you nice. You killed it, right?" Whoever I said, "Yo, good job. This, that, the other." Then, that's probably Cliff. Yep. Angry. Hello. 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 Where's who at? Oh, I don't know. I don't know where she at. Nah. Who's Okay. All right. Yeah. So anyway, I was like playing the ball, thinking you're cool. Don't worry, no man, ain't something to you. Doing that, and I started, woo, and I knew I was killing it. So then at the end, dude gave me my pound. He's like, "Yo, you nice." DJ, I went to get my CD bag. He's like, "Yo, where can I get your CD?" Yo, I fucks with this hard. Like that's what I was waiting for all night. So I was feeling good. I thought I was gonna get some pounds when I got off the stage and everything. I just went straight home. I called Kim. I was like, "Yo, Kim, I killed that. I killed it. I killed it." She was like, "Oh, I'm so happy for you, baby," and all that stuff. And then I was like, I woke up. I'm headed home now. So I mean, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. She had work and everything, and I just had to tell the most important person to me um, what I did and how I finally conquered my fear. And from that point forward, I knew how to get stage presence. I knew what to do. That's Elijah in the background. I knew what to do to get stage presence and everything. So what I've learned is when you get a boo, you have to be realistic and not give up, but see where your weakness is and then improve on it and actually conquer your fear. So that's what I've learned. trials and tribulations, probably 6, whatever. I'll be back with 7 tomorrow.